This is my first speech in English, so I'm a little nervous, really, and I think you should know that, but I'll try my best. So please listen to my intention. I have a lot of things to say to you, good advices, I hope so. A lot of stuff, so please listen and listen to the intention. You have a lot of professional skills, I think so. But this is about the skills required to get the job. Your job now, for getting a job in Denmark, it is actually to know yourself. As Paula said, it was so good all you said before me, because you have to know yourself. In Denmark, we are really focused on if you know yourself. Can you explain what your ambitions are and what your goals are? It's very important for us here in Denmark. So you have to be focused on knowing yourself. You have to know your employer. What are they focused on? And of course make the perfect match between you and them. So this is what this speech is about. Know yourself. What are your core skills? I think you know your professional core skills very well. But what do these skills bring your employer? So how can you translate your skills to the other? You know what I mean? It's very important that you can say what you can do for them. It's about you, but it's not about you. It's about what you can do for your employer, for the company. So you have to translate. I don't know what you're used to in your countries where you come from, but here it's very important that you can translate it. What are your most important personal skills? I think it will be a question. What are you best at? What are your strengths? So it's a very good idea knowing yourself that much so that you can say, these 2 or 3 are my bests. What are your ambitions, as I said, and what do they bring your employer? Many Danish researchers or recruiters ask you, where are you in 5 years? And maybe you don't know it, but you have to think about it, to prepare for that question. And it's okay saying, I'm not sure yet, because we're different types. But you have to prepare on that question. Know your why. What are your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you have this professional skills? What do you want to do with it? Do you know what I mean? It's not just, I'm a doctor. It's, I want to serve the world, or I want to save lives, or anything, or something like that. So, what are your purpose? It's a very good thing to think about for yourself, because if you know your why, then you much more easier can explain to others why you or how you can make a difference. So why are you doing it, and why do you want to work here? Why not in the other companies? And maybe you are searching for jobs in the other companies too, but Danish employers would like you to say, why here? And if you have that good explanation for that, it will help you a lot, really. What kind of type are you? Who are you? Are you task-driven? Are you goal-driven? Are you people-driven? Or are you future-driven? Or anything else? What drives you? What makes you go further? They are very interested in that. Do you know what you are driven of? Does somebody know?
Yeah.
What are you driven of? If it's okay, I'm asking you.
I'm a finisher, I can say.
You're a finisher, super, super. It's a very good answer for that.
Yeah.
If you are a finisher. Some of us are starters. Some are quitters, but it's another thing. So you're a finisher. It's a very good thing to say and to know about yourself.
Yeah, I know, because my previous bosses told me that we are sure when we give you a project, we are sure that it will be finished.
Wow. And things like that are very important to know about yourself, and it's you will get that question. What type are you? What kind of person are you? So in Denmark, of course, we are interested in your professional qualifications, but we are very, very interested in you. And in the job interview, we're not interested in your wife or your husband or your daughters or your brothers. So it's not like that. But what are you standing for? And what are you? Yeah, who are you? Sorry. And what are you? Why? What are your ambitions? So, and what motivates you? What makes you go further? For you, it's that you finish things. What motivates you and what demotivates you? It's a very important question too. What stops you? And I'm sure they will ask you, what stops you? Have some of you been to a Danish interview?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get these questions?
Yes.
Yeah. So prepare for it. And what again? Consider, this is very important for you. What impression would you like to make? Make some thoughts about that. What impression would you like to make? Would you like to make an intelligent or open-minded or reflective or something else impression? And a very good question is, what actions are required for the impression you want to make? Do you know what you're doing for making that impression? Or what you have to do? It's very good homework answering these questions. Because if I like to make an open-minded impression, then I have to look people in the eyes, I have to ask them, I have to be open-minded, of course. And it's not a good deal saying I'm a very open-minded person, because you have heard that it's important. So it's not what you say, of course it is, but it's what you show. Don't tell them, show them, or do both, of course. So answer these questions for yourself tonight or another night, another day. And again, as Paula said, you must be on LinkedIn and you must look good. Not good in that model way, but just look professional. There's always a white wall where you can stand, and you have an iPhone or something like that. So everyone today can make a good picture, even if you don't like it yourself. It has to look professional. I've seen so many people's CVs with some beers or Christmas tree, or because themselves they think that it's a very good and nice picture because I was nice that day, but it's not professional. So it's very important having a professional picture on LinkedIn and of course on your CV. Because your most important job now is to sell yourself. It's what it's all about now. So you are in the sales, what is it called? Department, yes. That's your job now, even if you're a doctor or whatever you are. Now you are a salesman or saleswoman. And your job is to sell yourself now. And it's hard work for everyone, for Danes too. And even more for you in another country, a very foreign country for most of you. And the second, you know yourself, it's the first. Now the next job is to know your employer. Who are they? What kind of people are they looking for? Which types are they looking for? Maybe the job is to, what did you say, to finish?
Yeah.
Yeah. And type is many things, but be aware of what they are looking for, and try to compare your things to that. What are their values? Of course you look at their websites. But it's very important that you match this you and that of them, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And how are their, or the market situation? Talk into this. You have to know about the field, and you have to know about it here in Denmark. Even if it's an international company, it's very important that you know what's going on right now. And maybe you can use that in your application too, that you know something in a way. And what are the current problems? What is going on right now? Because your job is to solve problems. Everyone's job, my job, Kasper's jobs, everyone's job is to solve problems. So thinking problems, and you're a problem troubleshooter. You're a troubleshooter. You have to help somebody with what you can do. So what are their current problems? Make the perfect match, of course. This is number 3. There's you, there's them. Make the perfect match. Show and tell them you can solve their problems. And always, as I told you before, translate. Translate. What does your skills mean to me? I know you're very, very, very professional. I can see it in your CV. I know you're excellent. I think so. But you have to translate, what does that mean to me? Especially if you're not going from the same job in your own country where you came from. And you have to tell me, okay, what can I use you for? This is your job. Very important advices. Everything is important advices, I hope you think so. And again, smile. As in Denmark, maybe we not smile on the street, but we like to connect with people with just that. And I know in some countries, you're not going this. If I meet some Russian people out in the world, if I do this, they say, oh. I don't know where you come from. But in Denmark, it is the shortest way between two people. It's just a smile. This is a part of the culture. It's okay, smile. So remember that when you're there, even if you're nervous, because we are all nervous, and it's the hardest job in the world is to getting a new job, especially in a foreign country. I think it's very difficult. So you need the smiles. You need to be smiled back at. It's important. And look people in the eyes. Be there, be present, be there, be here. Ask questions. In Denmark we ask questions. It's okay to udfordre. Challenge. It's okay to challenge your new boss. He likes it. In Denmark we like this kind of conversations. Of course not in an angry way, but this, so boss. Which kind of boss are you? It is one of my questions. When I have jobs, now I have my own company, I've had it for 5 years. I always asked, of course with a smile on my lips, which kind of boss are you? What are you expecting? When is it difficult times for you? So it's okay to challenge, but of course in your way and in a safe comfort zone, not that much. But with a smile, everything can, many things is okay. Be formal, but not too formal. I know some cultures are very formal. In Denmark, we are not that formal. Of course, things are professional, but we are equal. It's a very important thing, and I think it's a good thing in Denmark. We are very equal. You're okay, I'm okay. Talk into that. So be not too formal. And again, Paula said it all. I didn't know her before. Network. know somebody, it's your job, know somebody in your field and make contact to the people you want to know. You can use the LinkedIn, you can just call people. Almost everybody will help you if you ask them. If some of you called me, not all of you tomorrow, okay? I would do my best. So it's just job seeking is much about which thoughts we have in our own minds. Are you positive or are you not positive? I think people will help you as they helped Paula in Novo Nordisk. Your most important job, is to make yourself attractive. You're a salesman now. It's your job. Again, it's about matching. It's about being in the same field. So dress like them, if you know what I mean. In some companies, they're very formal in their shoots. And some places, they're not. So take a look at their website or go 1 or 2 days before, just hang around and look, how are they dressed? And how do they talk? And maybe if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, ask them. Ask. But it's your job to find out. So just ask. It's okay. Again, be polite, but don't overdo. I was in London last week, and they're very polite. Very polite. We're polite in Denmark too, but not that polite. So we are not that polite. So just be polite, but not overdo, okay? So it's about you, but it's in their way. Remember that. All job seeking is about ourselves, but it's about how the others want us to present us. Would you like to have that? It's very abstract, but it's okay. Successful people do what others avoid, and make the uncomfortable comfortable. It's uncomfortable to seeking a job in a new country. It's not my comfort zone. But if you go for that job, and I think you'll do, then you have to make it comfortable. And there's always one thing in it that you know. And what is this? It's you. You know you. So even if it's very uncomfortable, this job seeking, this calling foreign people, you always know you. Okay? So there's always one safe thing in it. Yeah, that was what I had right now. Am I? Yeah,
You're really good.
I'm really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really in good time.
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't expected that. So I would like you to share with 2 people more. What have you learned? What did you find out now? Just sharing. 2 or 3 minutes. I'll stop you. What have you learned that you didn't know before?
Yeah.
Or maybe you know everything. It's fantastic.
I would like to say the last, second last, it was like successful people do what others avoid.
Yeah.
I would like that. It's very
Fantastic.
much appreciating. I'm very much. I got a lot of confidence from this side.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. I've heard it in the US. I was in California 1 month ago, last week in London, last month in the US, and I learned that there. So I'm a learner too. Yeah.
I learned that LinkedIn it's really, because as I've been told my friends next to me, that on the beginning I didn't believe that on LinkedIn. It's like I was a little bit fed up of the Facebook, and
Yeah.
I really don't want to be the cyberspace world. I just prefer to live, to speak with the people outside but exactly it really works. So I can
It
recommend.
works. Yes, it works.
Yes. So even if you are a little bit don't like spend the time on the computer, so LinkedIn it works. And
Yes, super.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And a good advice for LinkedIn: look at other people's profiles. Find out what works. What would you like to write on your? So just, of course you don't have to copy, but you can get some inspiration if you find some good LinkedIn profiles and think, wow, that's good written. I would like to do that. Do it, of course, in your own way, but be inspired by others. One more learning point, and then we can.
For me, it's you said like a translation.
Yeah.
Translate your skill
Yes.
and your capability
Yes.
to match what they need actually.
Yeah.
That was really it.
Super. I see.
Because when they see like, okay, for instance, you have 80, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 skills,
Right.
but they're relevant but not really matching to them. So
Right.
you need to translate in some way
Right.
to fit into them, and then say, okay, we need this skills, and somehow they match with them.
Yeah.
So,
Super.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it's very, very, very important that you translate. So maybe questions now, or what do you think, Kasper?
Yeah, I think we have time for questions.
You have some questions.
Yes, I have.
Questions are for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And, first of all, I would like to thank you for your good presentation, that you explain everything very nice. And my question is actually, I have been in almost 6-7 interviews in a big companies in Denmark.
Yeah.
The most difficult question that I have ever been asked by the interview in different companies is, can you introduce yourself? This question
Yeah.
is one of the most difficult questions for me in the interview. And if they ask about my skills, about my qualifications, about experience, it's very easy to explain it. It's very easy to explain it. That I'm coming from this kind of background, I have 5 years or 6 or whatever, I have years experience, it's my qualification. But when they ask me, can you introduce yourself? That is a very, very difficult question for me.
Yeah.
That even right now, after 6 or 7 interviews, I couldn't find the right answer for that.
Wow. Then you.
Yeah, can you explain a little bit and share your experience?
What I'm almost telling people is, there's some. Have you tried some tests? Isn't it called personality tests? If you have tried that, then there's some words you can recognize. And maybe you can look at that and use it in your presentation, because it says a lot of you. It says a lot about you, sorry. So maybe it's an advice. And ask your friends, people who knows you very well, what kind of person am I? Because we are something. And if you don't know yourself, and if you not can do that, it's maybe the only little thing which means a lot. It's made the difference between getting the job and don't have it. So I think your most important job, your homework, so tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, is to make a speech, to make some words that present you, so that you can tell them who you are. Because I know that you know, but you haven't found it yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's very difficult, I know, but if you look at what other people say about you, and you can ask them, again, just ask your family, your friends, what represents me? Am I a Finnish worker or am I a startup? Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it, but do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then there are many online tests for free that you could, and you can search in Google. Just write online free tests, personality tests, and then take some of them, and then you will get some words that maybe describes you. If you can see it, then it's right, and then you can use it so that you have something to go further with. Yeah.
More questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
I have one question. I have been in one of the interview with one of the companies in Denmark, and everything goes very well because it was I can say it was perfectly what I have been doing so far, and it was in my field. But I was I can say I was 90% confidence, and everything goes well. They said, okay, the manager said, everything is very good. Your background is what we are looking for.
Yeah.
But they asked me one, very unexpected question that I couldn't answer it very well. They asked me, okay, you are very good, but we have another candidate, a Danish candidate, as almost same as you. So can you tell us what is, what do you have that a Danish person doesn't have? So
Wow.
it was something that this really killed me, and
Yeah,
I couldn't, it was something that I never prepared for it, and I told them, okay, I can answer this question because the CV is in front of you, everything is in front of you, and you're the one that can say. But the only thing that I can say is that okay, this work is whatever you need for this work, I have it. That's all. And I didn't get the job, but still I don't know if again they will ask me same question what I have to answer.
I think it's an impossible question to be asked. I wouldn't know what to answer. In the end, I think even if it's a Danish candidate and you and two Danish candidates, it's about how do they have the best feeling with. And you can't do anything about that. You and you're perfect. So it was another company who has the pleasure for you another time. I'm not sure there's an answer for that. I don't know the answer. Do you?
Timi, you have an answer?
I think, well, maybe if I would continue in your case, I would just say, like, since I'm coming from another land, so I'm having much wider international perspectives probably than maybe a Danish one who is just living here, and you bring all the culture from your land, and you have to integrate, and you have to work hard to assimilate. So I think that's something that you can say you are a hard worker or something like that.
Very good idea. Very good idea.
Okay, thank you.
Can I share my experience also?
Yeah, it's okay.
I just, almost 20 days ago, I was in Danfoss, one of the biggest company in Denmark.
Yeah.
And the interviewee, he asked me the same question actually. But because I had a research about the company, that they have a branch in India and they have a branch in China. And also they have a small branch in some Middle East country like Qatar and Saudi Arabia. And because I'm a person from those areas, and I told them that I wanted to prove that your answer. But I said that because I'm coming from those areas and I know the culture, I know the language, I can be a good employee for you because I'm able to transfer your culture, the organization culture, to the other areas of the Middle East country. Then I think so. She's very right. And if you have the good experience from your own country, that this is absolutely a global experience, that you can transfer the organizing culture of any Danish company to your own land, that will be a right answer, I think. No?
Super.
Thank you.
It's a very good idea. So you have to sell your advantages. Is it what is called? Yeah. Sell your advantages. What's the best by getting you into the job? This is your job. So it was a very good question.
My job is to be the tough guy with the watch. Who has to stop everything when it has to stop.
Yeah.
So I think we should give Anne-Marie a very, very big hand. Thank you so much.
Maria, it was your first presentation in English,
Yes.
but it was perfect.
Oh, you are perfect.
Yeah. you will all get an extra chance to give some feedback on the evaluation form before leaving today. So please keep it somewhere. Now what's going to happen is that we have some free sandwiches out there. So please make space for those who didn't get to the sandwich. Don't prop up in front of the sandwiches. This is what happens sometimes, because of course you won't do that. Anyway, so when we get back at 6:15, we're going to hear Morten talking for how much time? 45 minutes? Yes. And afterwards we're going to do a mock interview up here. And I'm looking very much forward to it. So, a break, and please use this time to get some networking done, talk to each other, and have a good break.